So again, I was able to really cater to those children's wants. Half one of the Chronicles of Narnia, half one of the Giver. So I was able to use Screencast-O-Matic to record myself reading both, and then they could watch the one that they wanted to read. So it really worked out great for the digital learning. So I know you're asking yourself, how do I go about creating a Screencast-O-Matic? So here is the website, screencast-o-matic.com. I'm going to share this presentation out later, and you'll have, this is a direct link to the website. So when you get there, it'll look like this. You'll see the login or sign up. It's free. You do not have to create an account to create a video though. So what I do is I come down here to this blue button that says start recording for free, and I click that, and it takes you to this screen. So the screen will change. It looks very similar, but the buttons will be different. So you'll see here launch free recorder. You can also pay to have an account with Screencast-O-Matic, and it opens more options for you. Your videos can be longer. You have more tools in your videos. So far, I've only used the free version. That seems to work out pretty well for what I use it for. So I don't see the need in paying for it if I don't really need to use it. I may get to that point eventually. I'm not sure. So you're going to click on Launch Free Recorder. And it may ask you up here at the top of your page if you want to really open or launch the free recorder, and you'll just click allow or open or launch, whatever your computer says. And then when it opens, it will look like this. So it's going to have this black and white dashed line box around it. You'll see your options at the top. You'll have record, settings, and cancel. Under record, you'll have your different areas where you can choose just your screen, just your webcam, or both, like I'm using. You can also change how much time you want to record. You can change the size of your video. You can change your audio input. If you just want to use your laptop, you can. If you have a special microphone that you like to use, you can do that too. So then you are going to actually start your video. So once you have your content ready, you're going to click record. It will count down from 3 to kind of give you a time to get yourself together. So it'll count down from 3 and it'll say go. And once it says go, your timer here will start, and you just start with whatever information you want to present or whatever book you're reading. Then when you're done, you have everything you want to say down, you click record again, and that stops the recording. So the play button right beside the record button will allow you to listen to your recording, make sure that you said the things that you wanted to say, make sure that your audio and your video are working properly, that the children are going to be able to hear you or see you if they need to. If you don't want to watch the whole thing, you just kind of want to check through it randomly, you can use this fast forward or rewind button. That's a really great tool to use. If you know that you messed up and you just want to go ahead and get rid of the recording, you can hit the trash can button. That's going to delete it, and it will ask you whether or not you want to really delete it, so you can confirm that if you press it accidentally. And then this last button is done. When you press done, this little box will pop up and it'll say, okay, what's next? What do you want to do with this recording now that you're done with it? So you can save it and you can upload it. You can quick share it, which means that you can have one click and you can upload it, go ahead and copy and paste it to wherever you want. And then you can edit the video. So if you like the recording, but there's like this one little part in the middle that you want to get rid of, then you can edit that the video. You can cut it out. You can zoom in on a place that you want to zoom in, add text to your video, all those things. Typically what I do is I save and upload. That just seems to be the easiest, quickest way to go about doing that. I'm going to move this up so you can see it. So then once you've clicked save and upload, it'll ask where you want to save it to. And this screen will pop up kind of in a different browser because it's like that video. So you can save it as a video file to your computer. You can save to Screencast-O-Matic if you have an account, or you can save to YouTube. Typically what I do is I save to YouTube because that YouTube account is tethered to my employment at Duplin County Schools. So I know that there's really no point in me saving it as a video file on my computer because eventually, this computer could crash. We may get a new computer. So I don't want to have to worry with going back in and saving all my videos later. You can save with Screencast-O-Matic. I just chose not to, just as a personal thing. I know that YouTube account will always be there as long as I'm employed with Duplin County Schools. So I always just upload to YouTube, and then I can directly share that link to the video with my students. I can post it in my Google Classroom. I can post it on Canvas, wherever I want to post it, and it's a direct link. They don't need any kind of sign-in. They don't need anything but a device and internet to watch it. So that's typically what I do. So does anybody have any questions as of right now? Okay, great. So for the next thing I want you to do, we're actually going to do a hands-on activity. We're going to get to the nitty-gritty of it. So with your table mates, I want you to work together to create a recording using Screencast-O-Matic, and I want you to respond to this prompt. I want you to describe an activity that you remember from when you were in the grade that you currently teach. So if you teach 8th grade, think about an activity that you did in 8th grade. If you teach 2nd grade, think about something that you did in 2nd grade. So what grade were you in? Who was your teacher? And why does this activity stand out in your mind? So take a few minutes. You may want to brainstorm it a little bit, talk with your table mates about how you want to go about making your video, and then using your laptops, you can go ahead and record for free. All right, great. I heard some great conversation about the things that you did when you were in the grade that you taught and why that thing stood out to you. So I'm really excited. If you all will email me those videos that you saved, and I'm going to give you my email in just a second. So email me that one too. So again, the learning outcomes. I want you to be able to record yourself using Screencast-O-Matic giving a response to a prompt, which you just did with your table mates. And I want you to brainstorm at least 2 ways that Screencast-O-Matic can be used in your own classroom. So we're going to have an activity in just a second where you do that. But first, I want to talk about how I'm going to support you. So I use this a lot in my classroom. I'm a huge proponent for things like this. It takes a lot of work off of my plate. Instead of presenting something 4 times in every single class, I can present it 1 time, record that presentation, and then my kids can watch it, and they can watch it as many times as they need to. If they're still not understanding it, they can come to me for clarity. But it's a great way for me to say things 1 time and not have to present 4 different times a day. And plus, during that time when kids are watching the video, I can be doing other things. Like I can be calling kids back to my desk. I can be working with small groups. So it really fits into my classroom and the things that I'm trying to do and the changes that I'm trying to make, I guess I could say. So as a way to support you in this, you are free to email me, contact me anytime about Screencast-O-Matic. If you want to bounce around ideas, if you're having trouble, let me know. I'm also going to be doing bi-weekly check-ins. So I want to know how you're using Screencast-O-Matic in your classroom. Are the kids using it? Are you using it? Are you using it for math, science? What are you doing? How are you doing it? Because the more we share, the more people can use it and the more people are going to be comfortable using it. And that's what we want. We want people to be able to use these tools, to have these tools in their toolbox, and really engage students in this digital format of instruction. All right, so for your exit ticket, I want you to create, save, and email a Screencast-O-Matic recording answering the following questions, and there's my email, so I want you to email both to me. For the group work, only one person has to email that to me. Whoever recorded it on their laptop, please email that to me as well. So in this video, I want everybody to make their own. I want you to describe at least 2 ways that you can use Screencast-O-Matic in your own classroom. Maybe you're thinking of some ideas that you have, like, oh, I teach this unit on weather, and I could really use Screencast-O-Matic during that unit. Or maybe I'm teaching this, the Pythagorean theorem, and I want to make a short video that's like a mini lesson for how to teach that. So brainstorm at least 2 ways that you can use this in your own classroom. Next, list 1 thing that I can do to improve when I'm presenting information. I want some honest feedback. Tell me how I could improve my presentation. And then 3, describe 1 thing that you still wonder about in regards to Screencast-O-Matic. So maybe you're a little confused on something. Maybe you're not sure logistically how you're going to work it in. So tell me about 1 thing that you are still wondering about, and shoot that to me in an email. All right, once you have your video emailed to me, you can go ahead and go. Thank you guys. This PD session has been great. If you need any help, if you have any issues, please let me know. I'll be checking in with you briefly in just a couple of weeks. So have a great afternoon.